Give me a second. There it is. There it is. There it is. Oh my god. There it is. Sorry. Sorry. ah. Anyways, 2% is incredibly loud compared to 100%. What the fuck? Anyways, we have a book to read, we have a thing to see, we have a world to discover. Let me get these things ready. Let me close this over here. Let me. Why do I have 3 times in a row open Twitch itself? What the fuck? There it is. Canto 142. Here I have it. Let me. Mahabharata. Papa Twitch. What the fuck is this? What? It was already capturing. I almost leaked every single file. Anyways, here we are. Continue. Let me continue. I know wait, I am changing the scene. I am amazing. There it is. Now for real, let me continue. We were on the canto. Oh well, not on the canto. We were on the last stream. We were over the whole. Who was it? I don't remember, a family of very important Kshatriyas who were very good at fighting and all of that, you know? So yeah, basically that we were doing. Now we need to see and we need to discover what it is that is going to happen with them, and I love that. We are observing. Yeah, I know a little bit more. I was kind of out of. We were in this particular edition talking about the whole reborn experience almost that they had in this past time, let's say, keeping it shortly, you know. So yeah, we have a very simple story to follow up yet. Nothing more. Nothing really advanced so far. So let me probably continue a little bit. We were over this thing that was Canto 142, some paragraph continue, and it goes like this. Vaisampayana continued. The wretch Daharatirastra sees his nephews become more powerful than he likes, and he calls his willing minister Kanika to him. This man is an expert politician and a trust advisor. Daharatirastra says, Brahmanestra, Brahmana, Brahma, Brahmanashrestha. Daily the Pandavas increased their power over the earth, and envy stings my heart like a serpent. Shall I live in peace with them or become their enemy? Kanika advised me well, for I will do what you say. Kanika replies, listen carefully, sinless king, and Kursama, do not be angry when you hear what I say. Kings should always wait. Hello, Rosman. Welcome. We are once again with this beautiful book, so welcome. Kings should always increase their own power and keep their maces raised up always to crush anyone who threatens them. A king must be most discreet himself and ever watchful of the indiscretion of his enemies. If a king is always prepared to strike, everyone fears him. So a king must be ever ready to punish those that transgress his will or threaten his power. He must conduct himself so he shows no weakness ever while he finds any chink in his enemy's armor and then hunts him down and kills him. A king keeps his own weaknesses hidden, like the tortoise hides its soft body in its shell, as also his purposes and his means to achieve them. Once he sets a course for himself, he does not rest until his end is achieved. He never turns back. My lord, if you do not remove a thorn completely from your flesh, it festers and creates a sore. So, too, if a king has an enemy, he must not let him live, but kill him. If his enemy is powerful, he must watch and wait for his evil hour, his enemy's time of misfortune, and then strike him down ruthlessly. Sire, you must never underestimate an enemy, however contemptible he might be, you must never mock him openly or show your enmity towards him. A small spark can consume a great forest if it can leap from one tree to the next. Kings must sometimes pretend to be deaf and blind to faults they most want to punish, enemies they most want to crush, especially when they are powerless to effect the killing they wish for in their hearts. When powerless, they must think that their vows are made of straw, while being always as vigilant as a herd of deer sleeping in a jungle. When the enemy is in your power, strike and destroy him without mercy, openly or secretly, by fair means or foul. Eh? Why is it so weird to read that sentence? Uh, I skipped a word. That is why, sorry. When the enemy is in your power, strike and destroy him without mercy, openly or secretly, by fair means or not. Why? He might seek your protection, but your heart must be like a stone. You must not spare him, for then later he will surely take revenge on you. Spare no expense to kill your enemy, and then you will have peace, for the dead can never be a threat to you. You must destroy your enemy's resources, the 3, the 5, and 7. You must destroy your enemies, root and branch. Then you must destroy their friends and allies, who cannot flourish anymore once their leader dies. If you tear up the root of the tree, the branches and twigs will wither and die of themselves. Keep your own purpose secret and hidden, and watch your enemy like an eagle, always watching for his weakness. A king must always be vigilant and watch his enemies anxiously. First, win the confidence of your enemy by keeping the fire of sacrifice lit, by wearing Valkala and Hata and sleeping on animal hide, and when he lets you near him, spring on him like a wolf. It has been well said that to acquire wealth and kingdom, even a guise of holiness can be adopted, as a hooked staff to drop the branch down to you so you can pluck the ripe fruit from it. So too should you select the enemy that is ripe for killing, support your enemy, carry him upon your shoulders, until the right moment arrives to fling him down and break him in pieces like an earthen pot hammered down a rock. Let your enemy beg piteously for his life. You must not spare him. An enemy can be destroyed by artful conciliation, by lavishing money on him, cause dissension among his friends and allies, poison their minds subtly against him. Yes, use whatever means you need to, that is in your power. Do anything that you must to kill the enemy who is dangerous to you. Dharatirashtra says, tell me truly how an enemy can be destroyed by conciliation or gift, by dissension, and finally by the use of force. Kanika replies, listen, O king, to the story of the Chacal who lived once in the forest and was a shrewd master of politics. Yes, he was a wise Chacal who lived with 4 friends in the jungle, a tiger, a mouse, a wolf, and a mongoose. One day the 5 friends saw a powerful, wolf-less stag in the forest, a leader of his herd, but they could not catch or kill him. So strong and so swift was he, they called a council to discuss how the stag could be hunted. The second said, Tiger, many times you have tried to stalk and kill the stag, but you haven't succeeded because he is young, quick, and intelligent. Let the mouse go and gnaw his course while he sleeps, and when this is done, you, Tiger, will be able to seize him. Then all of us can feast on him. They agreed with him, and then the tiger easily killed the stag. When the tiger had broken his neck and the stag lay motionless on the ground, the jackal said to his companions, we are blessed today. Go now and bathe in the stream before we begin our feast. I will watch over the carcass until your return. The others promptly went off to bathe, and the jackal sat with the fat carcass of the stag. Lost in thought about what he should do next, the mighty tiger returned fierce after bathing. He saw the jackal plunged in thought. The tiger said, Wise one, why do you seem so sad? most intelligent Shakal, let us feast on the stag. The Shakal said, Mahabajo, listen to what the mouse said. He said, Fie upon the strength of the king of beasts. I killed the deer, and because of me, the tiger will eat his fill today. After hearing his brag, I have no wish to eat today. The tiger said, If this is what the mouse said, from today I will kill any creature I find in the jungle by myself and eat alone. With that, the tiger left. Soon the mouse arrived, and seeing him, the jackal said, Blessings, O mouse, but have you heard what the mongoose said? He said, The carcass of this stag is poisoned by the claws of the tiger, and I will not eat it. But if you allow me, O jackal, I will kill the mouse and feed on his flesh. The mouse heard this and fled down into his hole in the ground. And after the mouse had gone, O king, the wolf arrived there. After his ablutions, the jackal said to him, The king of beasts is angry with you, and I fear evil will overtake you. He is on his way here with his men, and you must do as you please. The wolf, of course, slunk away, and immediately after, the mongoose arrived. The jackal said, I have vanquished the other who want to eat the stag, and they fled. You too must fight me first if you want to eat. The mongoose replied, When you have beaten the tiger, the wolf, and the intelligent mouse, all heroes in their way. You must be truly strong. I do not want to fight you. The mongoose also left. When the others had all gone, the jackal feasted alone on the stag. My lord, if kings will be as wily as that clever jackal, they will always prevail over their enemies and always be happy. You must defeat the timid by play on their fears, the brave and the strong by conciliation, the greedy by gifts, and your equals and your inferiors by an open show of strength. Kanika pauses before continuing. Listen, O king, do something else. If your son, friend, brother, father, your guru, or anyone at all becomes your enemy, you must never hesitate to kill him. If you wish your own happiness, never disdain to kill an enemy, whoever he might be. If two enemies are equally strong and uncertain of success in an open encounter, the diligent one will prosper. If your guru himself is vain, lacks discrimination about what needs to be done and what needs to be left alone, if he is cruel, even he must be punished. Even if rage burns your heart, never show your anger, but always speak with a smile. Never reprove anyone angrily. O Maharata, instead speak most sweetly to the one you mean to strike down. Why, even as you kill him, once the killing has been done, then grieve loudly for the victim, shed copious tears in public, lull your enemy into false security with conciliation and gifts, sweet words. The moment his guard is done, strike without a scruple or mercy. As king, you must always strike down the sinner who dons a disguise of virtue. For being outwardly virtuous only hides his true nature. His sins, as dark clouds do a mountain. When you have killed an enemy, be sure you burn his house down and his king. Never let beggars, atheists, and thieves live in your kingdom. Kill your enemy by a surprise attack, an ambush by corrupting his allies with gifts and wealth. Kill him secretly with poison. You can be as ruthless as you like, my lord. Sharpen your teeth to deliver a fatal bite. Okay, let me drink some water. Okay, I am pretty sure we have already read this story, and if it isn't this one, or well, not this one in particular, the ending of this, So I cannot really provide any new meaning to this. Only that I I really hope to see how fucking Dharatirashtra fails at being the most evilest creature of the evilness of this evil world. So yeah, continue. And when you strike, be certain that you do so with finality, so that the one you strike can never raise his head again, but ever vigilant. Suspect even those from whom you apparently have nothing to fear, let alone those that are a known threat to you. For the one who apparently poses no threat can be the most dangerous enemy, especially if he is powerful and decides to strike at you when you least expect it from him. Never trust those that are disloyal, and do not overly trust even those that are loyal. For if a faithful one turns against you, you are certain to be destroyed. Employ spies after making sure of their loyalty. Use them within your kingdom and in other kingdoms, in the courts of other kings. Your spies abroad must be masters of deception, preferably men that roam the earth as riches. Deploy your secret agents in public gardens, places of amusement, temples, and other holy places, drinking cults in the streets and close to the 18 tirthas of your kingdom. Your prime minister, the chief priest, the Yuvaraja, the Senapati, the Dwaralapalakas of the court, those that work in your inner apartments, your sailor, your surveyor, your treasurer, the general executor of all your ordinances, the head of your own police, the chief architect, the chief justice, the president of your council, the chief of the Department of Punishment, the commander of the fort, the chief of the arsenal, the commander of the frontier guards, and the keeper of the forests. Deploy your spies in places of sacrifice, near public wells, on mountain and at river ferries, in forests and in every place where people congregate. Speak sweetly and humbly, my lord, but let your heart be sharp as a razor. Even while you do the most savage and vicious deed, wear a smile on your lips. While speaking, if you desire lasting prosperity, you must cultivate the art of humility, of swearing falsely when required, of conciliation, of creating hope. Why, even of worshipping your enemies by bowing your head at their feet. A man who knows how to conduct himself politically is like a tree always adorned with flowers but never bearing fruit. If indeed there is if indeed there are any fruit, they grow only from the loftiest branches, and if any of those do ripen, make sure that they look raw. A king who learns how to conduct himself thus will never wane. Dharma, artha, and kama all bear fruit, both good and evil. The wise man knows how to take the good fruit and avoid the evil. Men that follow only dharma become unhappy for want of artha and kama, wealth and pleasure. Men who only pursue wealth become afflicted for want of dharma and kama. Those who chase only after pleasure suffer from not having virtue and wealth. You must pursue all three in a balanced fashion, never neglecting any of them, so that the lack of none afflicts you. Consult your Brahmanas, O king, but those that have humility and attention, no envy, and the utmost sincerity, if you wish to accomplish your most secret purpose. If you fail, ra- okay. If you fall, raise yourself up again by any means, fair or foul, gentle or violent. When you have resurrected your fortunes, then by all means practice Dharma. One who has not suffered or experienced some calamity can ever hope to prosper. You can see this from the life of anyone who survives misfortune. If a man be grief stricken in dire straits, you should comfort him by narrating the olden legends to him of others that suffered and then recovered good fortune, the tales of Nala and of Rama. He whose heart has been riven by sorrow should be consoled with hope and future prosperity. Comfort the learned and the wise with gifts and pleasing responsibilities, but remember that a man who makes peace with an enemy and then allows his guard to drop as if the enmity itself is finished is like one that chooses to fall asleep on the highest branch of a tree. He will surely fall. A king should always keep his own counsel. His scrutiny must always be on his enemies, gazing upon them through the eyes of his spies, and he must be careful to keep his own feelings hidden from the spies of his enemies. Even as a fisherman cannot prosper without killing and gutting his catch, a king cannot hope to prosper without ripping out the innards of his enemies, without committing some violence. You must raise the armies of your enemies, destroying them directly, or setting the scourges of disease, hunger, and thirst upon them. Mount them down like witches. A needy man never goes to a rich man out of love, but to gain from him. And when he has what he wants, he will turn his back on the one whose help he sought when he was needy. So, when you help someone, never give him everything that he wants, but leave something that he still desires, so that he will continue to serve you. The king who wishes to prosper must diligently seek out allies and conduct his wars with their help with the utmost care and careful preparation. He must be unwaveringly prudent, so that neither his friends nor his enemies know his true motives and purposes before he actually acts. Only when the deed has begun or ended must they discover your purpose. Until danger shows itself, you must behave as if you are afraid, but when it comes, you must face it fearlessly, and only then reveal that you were always well prepared for it. He that trusts an enemy whom he has once subdued by force is like the she-crab that calls her dead to her when she conceives. You must always think of danger as having already arrived and threatening you. Otherwise, you will not have the calm and perfect preparedness required for facing it when mortal peril actually does come. Prudence, O king, grave caution at all times, and the correct choice of time and place for action. This lead to prosperity. A king must know that destiny can be moderated by mantras and yagnas. The king must always have his eye on the proper balance of dharma, artha and kama. Time and place must always be carefully considered to reap the greatest benefit from one's deeds. Even if an enemy is slight, we must not scorn or ignore him. He might grow swiftly to become dangerous, like the palm tree plunging its roots down with great speed and growing, or the spark in the forest that blazes up to become the devouring conflagration, just as a small fire fed with I can't read. I cannot read this word, I think. Uh, just as a small fire filled with soon becomes great enough to devour the biggest blocks of wood, so does the power of the enemy that forms alliances and friendships grow apace, and he becomes a formidable adversary. Give hope to your enemy of great favor, but keep him hoping and postpone satisfying his wish. When the time comes to give your word to him, defer its fulfillment again. Find or create some excuse. Let that excuse appear to be founded upon some real reason, and that reason again upon another. In the matter of destroying their enemies, kings, kings must be like rascals, in every detail and particular, as ruthless as they are sharp and keen. They must keep their intentions hidden as blades in sheets of leather, and strike when opportunity presents itself, raving their enemy with all their friends and families in a fell sweep, just as a fine razor blade will shape a face without leaving a single hair. All you who support the honor of the Kurus, you must behave with the Pandavas and others too in a manner that is politic, so you do not later regret what you do. You are blessed with every auspicious sign of fortune and grace. I say to you, O king, guard yourself against the Pandavas. The sons of Pandu are more powerful than your sons. So, Parantapa, let me tell you plainly what you must do. Hear what I say, and let your sons listen to me as well. And having done so, move to achieve your purpose. Rahan, you must make sure that you have nothing to fear from the Pandavas. Yes, you must act in such a manner which is perfectly politic, so that you do not grieve in the future. Um, Having said so much, Kanika leaves the presence of Dharavirashtra and returns to his home, while the king is plunged in melancholy and dark brooding. What the fuck? So he basically told to the king to kill his family. Amazing. What a good message. Ah. How much? Did I really spend like 20 minutes reading literally one single canto? Yeah, it happened. The shortest canto so far. Let me continue then. It was. Wait, because I have to scratch my leg. Haha. That is scratches. Okay, anyways. Canto 140D Shatugrija Parva by Sampayana said, "Meanwhile, Subalason, Shakuni, Duryodhana, Dushana, and Karna are already conspiring in evil to do away with Kanti and her sons. They seek the Dharatirashtra, live and hatch a plot to immolate the Pandavas and their mother, burn them to death. However, the wise and gifted Vidura, who can read men's inmost thoughts and intentions by looking at their faces, sees what is afoot. Seamless Vidura, illumined by true knowledge, devoted to the sons of Pandu, decides that Kunti and her sons should fly from their deadly enemies, arranging for a boat that can withstand wind, wind and wave. He says to Kunti and her princess, the Dharatirashtra has been born to ruin the honor and the sons of the race of Kuru. His heart is evil, and he is about to abandon Dharma. Dear Kunti, I have read it, re- ready, ready. How the fuck read it? How do I read this word? Dear Kunti, I have read it for you and your sons about the shall be stable in wind and against wave, escaping it from the net of death that is tightening around you. Kunti is stricken to hear what Vidura says, and she boards the boat with her sons and crosses the Ganga, leaving the boat as Vidura advised, taking the wealth their enemies had given them in Varanavrata. The Pandavas entered the deep emerald jungle on the other side. Meanwhile, in the house of Lak, is this a I? No, Iak, in the house of Iak, which the Kauravas built to immolate the Pandavas, and Nishada woman and her 5 sons are burned to death, as is the vilest of Melechchas, Purochana, who has actually built the house of Iak for Duryodhana. Believing the Nishada woman and her sons' corpses to be Kunti and the Pandavas, the sons of the Dharatirashtra and their conspirators are deceived. Thus, Vidura saves the lives of his nephews and their mother. But the people of Varanavrata also do not know that the Pandavas has escaped secretly, and when they see the lacquer palace burned down, they are grief-stricken. Give me a second. They send messengers to Dharatirashtra saying, "Evil king, your vile ambition has been achieved. The Pandavas have been burned to death. Your wish has come true, and you and your murdered son can now enjoy the kingdom." Holy fuck. Hearing the message, Dharatirashtra and his sons make a great show of grief. With the Kshatri, Vidura, Bhishma, the Kuru patriarch, and the rest of the family, the Blind King performs the last rites for the Pandavas and their mother, but unknowingly with the remains of the Nishada woman and her sons. Hanamehaya said, Brahmanottama, I want to hear in full story of the burning of the house of Iak and how the Pandavas escaped the fire. Ah, that evil was a dire thing that the Kauravas tried to do at the dark council of the evil Kanika. Tell me your every detail of it, oh Sutta, for I burn with curiosity to hear that story from you. By Sampayana said, Parantapa, O king, listen then to the tale of the burning of the house of Iyak and the escape of the sons of Pandu. The malignant Duryodhana sees that Bhima is stronger than everyone else. He sees Arjuna excel at arms, and he is envious and deceptive. Karna, Suryaputra, and Subala's son Shakuni try, in many ways, to kill the sons of Pandu. But the Pandavas escape every time, and, obeying Vidura's counsel, avoid her making these attempts on their lives public or accusing Duryodhana of trying to kill them. The people see how noble the Pandavas are and how accomplished, and they become the topic of conversation and praise at every street and corner and public gathering, in open cordials and other places where the citizens assemble. All the talk is about how Yudhishthira should become king. The people say the Dharatirashtra might have the eye of knowledge, but being born blind, he is never truly a king. How can he rule now? Shantanu's son Bhishma will never accept the kingship because of his solemn oath. Yudhishthira is young, a great warrior, versed in the Veda, honest and kind. It is time that the eldest Pandava becomes our king and is crowned with every proper ritual and ceremony. He worships Shantanu son Bhishma as well as Dharatarashtra, knowing Dharma, Yudhishthira will care well for both these, as well as the sons of Dharatarashtra, and keep them in every luxury. When Duryodhana hears what the people are saying, he cannot bear it. Beside himself with jealousy, he comes to Dharatarashtra alone, greeting his father reverently. The evil prince says to the king, "Father, I hear fell words being spoken by the people. They want Yudhishthira to be the king, not you anymore, or even Bhishma. Bhishma will agree because of his oath. The people wish to do great harm. Pandu ruled by his deeds and not you, because you are blind. If Pandu's son inherits the kingdom after him his son will rule, then his son, and so on. And theirs shall become the royal line, while we and our children will be inconsequential, minions at best, with neither power nor honor. We shall be dependent for our every food, and lowliness and distress be your lot. Rahan, you must prevent this from happening. You are the king, and your son must rule after you, regardless of what the people say." Uh, Amazing so far. I, yeah, I am kind of having a hard time really extracting today. Aside from the fact that I'm a little bit sleepy and also yeah, we are seeing how it is staying alive. Anyways, Canto 144. Haturiha Parva continued. Vaisambhayana continued, Dharatarashtra, whose eyes are his jnana, remembers all that Kanika has said to him. Sorrow grips his heart and his mind falters. Duryodhana, Karna, Subala's sons, Shakuni and Dursasana have already plotted secretly before Duryodhana goes to the king. Duryodhana now says, "Father, somehow contrive to send the Pandavas to Varanagata, and we shall never have anything to fear from them again." Dharatarashtra falls thoughtful, then says, "Pandu always walked the way of Dharma and was dutiful to all kinsmen, and most of all to me. He cared little for the pleasures of this world, but rather gave everything that was his to me, including the kingdom. Yudhishthira is a devoted to Dharma, as his father was. He is as gifted and accomplished as Pandu. His fame has spread across the world, and the people all love him. He has powerful allies. How can we ever hope to banish him from his father's kingdom? Pandu nurtured all the counselors of the Sabha, as well as the commanders of the army, and their sons and grandsons too. The people loved him dearly." Oh, my God, my son, with all this, will all this not kill us now for the sake of Pandu's son? Duryodhana replies, "What you say, my father, is true, but take thought for the evil that looms for you and yours. Let us win the people over with lavish gifts and wealth, and being what they are, they will stand with us. My lord, the treasury and the ministers of state are already under our control. Send the sons of Pandu away to Varanavarata gently, and when, O Bharata, I have taken the reins of power firmly into my hands, let Kunti and her sons return." Dharatarashtra replies, "Duryodhana, you speak my very mind, but I dare not give in to this thought for its sinfulness. Also, Bhishma, Drona, Kshatri, and Gautama Kripa will never countenance the Pandavas being exiled. My child, the wise ones see the Pandavas and ourselves as being equal in the house of Kuru. If we exile the sons of Pandu, shall they not become that? Ah, if we exile the sons of Pandu, shall they not say that we deserve to die at the hands of the Kurus for our sin? Why, to die by their very hands? Shall the whole world not say the same?" Duryodhana says, "Bhishma has no partiality and will take no side in any dispute between the Pandavas and us, as Wadhava is on my side, and where the son is, so shall the doting father be. Saratwat's son Kripa will not oppose Drona and Aswadhama. He will never go against his sister's husband and so on. As for Kshatriya Vidura, he is indeed our secret enemy, but he depends on us for his livelihood. Besides, even if he sides with the Pandavas, by himself he can do us no harm. So, my lord, banish the Pandavas to Varanavrata without fear. Indeed, I say to you, do it today, and by this put out the grief that burns my heart like fire, pierces it through like an arrow, robs me of my sleep. Let me see, let me see. Oh, they are very short, all of these. I'll edit them out. Let me drink some water. Okay, canto 145. Haturiha Parva continued. By Sampayana said, Duryodhana and his brothers began working assiduously to win over the people with liberal gifts of land and wealth. Honors and encomiums are bestowed cannily. They, instigated by Dharatarashtra, some of his chosen ministers one day began to eulogize the town Varnavrata in the royal sabha of Hastinapura. They say that the festival of Pasupati Siva has just begun in Kasi, and that it is indeed the most powerful gathering of worshippers on earth. It enjoins all that are fortunate enough to witness it, for the people come wearing their finest attire and most precious ornaments. Listening to the fulsome and cunning praise of Kasi, the Pandavas feel stirred to visit the sacred city of Siva. When the Dharatarashtra senses that his nephew's curiosity and interest have been aroused, and Bikason, the blind king, says to them, "Ah, these men of mine who always speak of Paranavrata as being the most delightful town in the world. Children, if you feel the desire to attend the festival of Pasupati with your friends and followers, by all means go and show yourselves like the very devas. Do your heart content. Take pearls and other jewels with you to give the brahmanas and the bards and musicians you find in Kashi. And when you have sported there like the gods and satisfied yourselves with every pleasure, yet return to us in Hastinapura in your own time at your leisure." Yudhishthira immediately understands the Dhritarashtra's intention, yet he knows the king is powerful and he himself relatively weak. He says quietly, "So be it. Turun tu Shantanu son Bhishma Desespidura Drona Tekurubalika Somatlata Kripa Swadhama Mejores Rabas, the other ministers, Brahmanas and rishis, the priests and the people, and the regal Gandhari, he says slowly and humbly, "At my uncle's command we will go to the sacred Varanavrata with our friends and followers. I beg you, bless us that we go happily and incur no sin in Kasi." The Kaurava chieftains all cheerfully blessed them, saying, "Pandavas, let the Panchamahabhutas themselves bless you on your way, and not the least evil befall you." The Pandavas perform the ritual so they will inherit their due share in the kingdom when they return, make their preparations, and set out for Varanasi. Let's see. Is this also short? Yeah, why the fuck is every single canto so short? Canto 146. Yatu Griha Parva Continue. Vaisampayana said, "Duryodhana, O Bharata, is the delight. Bharata Rishabha, he calls his trusted man Purochana, privately seizes his right hand and says to him, Purochana, this world, replete with wealth, belongs to me, and you share it. You share in it equally, so you must protect the world from our enemies. There is no one I trust more than you, my lord, and I rely on you to kill my enemies for me, cunningly. The Dhritarashtra has sent the Pandavas to Varanavrata to enjoy the festival of Pasupati. Take a cart drawn by your swiftest mules, fly to Kasi, and there build a square palace near the arsenal. Furnish it lavishly, watch over it keenly, and Purochana, make it with hemp and resin and every flammable material you can find. Mix earth with ghee, lard, oil, and fat, and alter yak on which you can lay your hands. With this deadly mixture, plaster the walls of the palace. Strew and grease the precincts and the insides of the palace with more hemp, ghee, lacquer, and wool, but so craftily that neither the Pandavas nor anyone else suspects a thing for even a moment. When you have built the mansion, Purochana, go to the Pandavas, offer them every reverence, and invite Kunti and her sons and all their company to come to stay in the palace of Iyag. Let their chairs and thrones, the beds and all the furniture be of the finest craftsmanship, things of beauty, so the Pandavas shall be well content, and the Dhritarashtra receives no complaint from them. Also, sorry, welcome, Masbro. It was 2 minutes ago. Sorry, I am kind of sleepy, so yeah. Sorry. Sorry for not paying attention. Anyways, let me continue. So the Pandavas shall be well content, and the Dhritarashtra receives no complaint from them. He must manage all this without anyone in Mahabharata suspecting anything until our aim is accomplished. When we are certain that the Pandavas sleep fearlessly and suspiciously in the lacquer palace, Purochana apply a torch to the outer door. When the palace burns and the sons of Pandu are immolated inside, the people will say that a terrible accident killed them. Purochana does not hesitate to say, "So be it," to his every prince, and leaves immediately for Varanagata in a swift mule cart laden with all the incendiary materials he will need for his dastardly mission. Arriving in the sacred city, he loses no time in doing what Duryodhana has asked of him. Okay, let me drink some water. Continue. Canto 147. Yet Ulrika Parva continued. My Sampayana said, "Meanwhile the Pandavas are about to climb into their chariots, yoked to horses as fleet as the wind. Eh? They touch Bhishma's feet in sorrow, the Dhritarashtra's, their Acharya Dronas, Kripas, Viduras, and those of all the elders of the house of Kuru. Reverently saluting their elders and embracing their equals fondly, being hugged in farewell by the little children of the clan, and by bidding sad farewell to the royal ladies of the palace, walking around them in Pradakshina, taking loving leave of the people of Hastinapura, the sons of Pandu, men of Dharma, set out for Varanasi. Vidura of untold wisdom, along with other bulls among the Kurus and the citizens as well, all grieving, followed the Pandavas some way. In that grief, seeing the Pandavas full of sorrow, some of the citizens and the people from the countryside too begin to say aloud, "Nahatratirashtra is evil and turns away from Dharma. Not seamless Yudhishthira, not Bhima mightiest among men, not Kunti's youngest son Arjuna will ever sin by revolting against this crime against them. Then how will the sons of Madri go against their older brother's wishes?" Dhritarashtra inherited the kingdom from Pandu, and he could not bear his brother's sons. But how does Bhishma sanction this crime and allow the Pandavas to be exiled to that wretched town? Shantanu's son, Vichitravirya, and Raharishi Pandu cared for us like their own children. But now that Purusha Vyagra Pandu has left his world, the Dhritarashtra cannot bear to see his sons beside his own vile princess. But we, the people, cannot tolerate this adharma, and we will leave our homes and this great city and come with you, Yudhishthira Dharmaputra, wherever you go. Yudhishthira grows sad and thoughtful, then speaks to the distraught people. The king is our father, worthy of worship. He is our guru and our superior. It is our dharma to do his bidding, never suspecting his motives. You are all our friends. I beg you, walk around us in Pradakshina. Then give us your blessing and turn back to your homes. When the time comes for you to go with us or help our cause otherwise, we shall surely be grateful for your support. This is not that time. Gently he spoke, and his resolve they see in freedom. The people do as he asks. They make a pradakshina around the sons of Pandu, bless them, and they return to their homes. When the people no longer follows the Pandavas, Vidura, knower of dharmas, every nuance, speaks to Yudhishthira to make him sensible of the peril he is in. The learned Vidura speak to Yudhishthira in the dialect of the Melechcharas, which only they two understand. Vidura says, "He who knows that his enemies are plotting against him must take care to guard himself against danger. He who knows that there are weapons other than blades of steel which can kill the body, and who knows every And who knows how this can be rendered harmless shall always be safe from his enemies. The wise man protects himself with the knowledge that neither the consumer of straw nor the dryer of dew burns those that live in a hole in the heart of a jungle. The blind man does not see into the future. He has no sense of direction. He whose purpose is not firm never finds prosperity. Remember this and be vigilant. He who accepts the perfidious offering of a deadly weapon not made of steel from his enemy to dwell in escapes death by fire, by burrowing like a shackle underground, a tunnel with many exits, ranging over the world. A man acquires knowledge of its ways by the stars giving his direction, and he that controls the five senses remains safe from his enemies. Yudhishthira says to Vidura, I have understood you. Now Vidura walks around in Pradakshina, bids farewell to them and turns back into the city. While the people, Bhishma and Vidura have all gone back, Kunti goes up to Yudhishthira alone and asks, Kshatri spoke to you strangely and softly, and you replied in the same tone which none of us understood. If I can know what he says, tell to me. Yudhishthira replies, the virtuous Vidura said to me that we should be warned that the mansion built to house us in Varanavrata has been built with incendiary materials. He said, the path to escape will be revealed to you, and also those that can control their five senses shall gain sovereignty over the whole world. What I said to the god Vidura is, I have understood you. The Pandavas set out on the eighth day of the month of Falguna, when the Rohini Nakshatram is rising. Arriving in Varanavrata, they see the sacred town and its people. I want to sleep. Oh my god. I didn't know I have so much sleepy energy inside of me. Let me see. Okay, well, we're probably going to do at the very least two more paragraphs, two more cantos, sorry. Give a second, because I need to stretch. I'm as sleepy as I get. Ah, ah. Canto 148. Yutagriha Parva continua. Desampayana continua. Full of joy, the people of Kasi come out to greet the sons of Pandu in crowds. They come out on foot and in myriad vehicles, bringing everything auspicious that the Shastras recommend with them to welcome those greatest among them men. They approach Kunti's sons, bless them, cry Jaya, and crowd lovingly around their chariots. Purushavyaraka, Yudhishthira, looks like Indra among the Devas, with the Vajra in his hands. Being adored and adoring in return, the Pandavas enter the town of Kasi that has been decked out for the great festival. The Kshatriyas first go to the homes of the Brahmanas of Kasi, who live by the Svadharma. They go next to the homes of the officers of the town, then to the homes of the Sudras and the Vaishyas, and then also to the houses of the Sudras. Bharatrishabha with Purochana leading the way, the Pandavas finally go to the old palace of the city. They see the fine seats, beds, and carpets, the airy rooms full of light. They eat the delectable royal fare that Purochana serves them and drinks the excellent wine. Thus, arriving in Varanasi, clad in royal finery, the Pandavas live in that ancient palace, being served and adored by Purochana and the people of Kashi. When 10 days pass, Purochana takes them out the blessed house that he has built for them. Wearing royal silks, those tigers amongst men go with Duryodhana's men to the treacherous house of Yak. They enter like Gauyakas entering Lord Shiva's palace on Mount Kailasa. Yudhishthira looks around the edifice, and drawing Bhima aside tells him that it has been built with every possible incendiary material. The eldest Pandava smells the fat mix liberally with ghee and yak and says to his brother, Parantapa, our enemies have used clever artisans to create this palace. They have built it with hemp, resin, heat, straw, and bamboos, all soaked in ghee. The vision's Purushana is Duryodhana's man and has and he stays close to us because he wants to immolate me in this murderous place. But my brother, the King Vidura, knew about the danger and warned me of it. He warned me that Duryodhana has plotted to kill us all. Bhima says, we must return to the palace. If Yudhishthira replies, no, we must continue living here, otherwise Purushana will know that we suspect him. They might kill us suddenly then. For surely Puruchana has no conscience, and is his murderous master Duryodhana's man. Yet we must be constantly vigilant. If we die by fire, will our Pitama Bhishma be enraged? No, for what use will it be then that show his wrath to the Kauravas and raise their anger in return? But perhaps he will be angry, outraged by such a sin. It will matter little if we are dead. If we flee this palace of Iyad, Duryodhana will certainly have us murdered by other assassins, for he wants to be king. Moreover, being the king's son, he has both influence and power today, while ours are small by comparison. He has allies and wealth, a full treasury, we have neither. Will he not easily manage to have us slain by any means? Our way ahead is that of secrecy and stealth. We must escape from here without their knowing that we have fled. Then we must go disguised, living as nomadic hunters in the hearts of jungles, in remote places, while our enemies bid us to be there. Only thus shall we effectively escape our enemies and become familiar with these parts of the world. Even today, we shall, in utmost secrecy, have an underground tunnel excavated out of our chamber, and this house of death, and when the time comes, escape through that passage. Thus, no fire shall burn us, and our enemies will remain in the dark. So, my brother, we must continue to live here and plan to make our way out in such privacy that no Puroshana or indeed anyone in Varanagrata suspects anything of our intentions. Okay, is this one long? No, okay. Where let me see. Let me properly check because I don't know. Yeah, after finishing this one, probably we're going to take a tiny break because I want to go to sleep. I am almost daydreaming right now. The visual images of this amazing book are so fucking great on my mind that I feel like I am lying there right now because I am incredibly sleepy. So let us finish this Canto 149 y a tu brusca barba continua. By Sampayana continued. The same day, a minor affair of Vidurans comes to the Pandavas and says to them in private, I am a master tunneler, and your uncle Vidura sent me to you. Tell me what you want me to do, Vidura, who trusts me, said, Go to the Pandavas, ask help them. Tell me what I can do for you. I have learned that Purchana means to touch this house of Iak on the 14th night of this dark fortnight. He will fire the front door and immolate the Purushabhyaragnas, the Pandavas, and their mother Kunti while they sleep. The vile Duryodhana has plotted your murder, my lords, so that you believe me, Vidura said these words to me in the Melechchacha Bhaksha, the very ones he spoke to you as you left Hastinapura, and also the reply you made to him in the same tone. The miner repeats Vidura's conversation with Yudhishthira in the red dialect. Hearing those words, Yudhishthira is satisfied. He says to the miner, Welcome, friend. I know, I know now that you are indeed a true and trusted friend, devoted to my loving uncle Vidura, and that he has sent you. There is little there is little the wise Vidura does not know. Make no difference between him and us, as you are to him from now on you are to us. We are as much yours as he is. Friend, protect us as our loving uncle always has had still does. I know that Purochana has moved this deadly mansion at the command of Dharatirashtra's son, strong with allies and confident with wealth he hunts us relentlessly. Friend, save us from the fire that Duryodhana has planned, for if we die here, his most cherished purpose will be fulfilled. Look how cunningly Purochana has built this great house of Iyad. It is sleek against the arsenal of Baranagrata, with its lofty ramparts and no escape on any side when the fire breaks out. Thus Vidura guesses at the murderous intention of Duryodhana. The mortal peril, the shattering sense, is at our very door. You must save us, good friend, without Purushana suspecting a thing. The mariner replies, so be it, and immediately and carefully begins his excavation to create a large subterranean tunnel leading out of the palace. The mouth of the tunnel is in the very heart of the palace, level with the floor, covered over by planks of wood and a carpet, so Purchana, who is always at the front door, never suspects a thing. The Bandavas sleep at night in their bedchambers with their weapons beside them, ready for use. During the day, taking Purchana with them, they go hunting far, from forest to forest, to have some fair idea of the lay of the surrounding lands. O king, they live vigilantly in the palace of Nia, with every show of friendship and trust in Purchana, while in fact they are anxious and intensely sensible of danger. The citizens of Varanavrata never know anything either about the Pandavas' plans. Indeed, apart from themselves, only Vidura's trust friend, the miner, has any inkling of what is afoot. 150 is too long? Yeah, it's too fucking long. No, 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 it isn't too long. Where don't this? Canto 150, ja tuo ihan parannutti, I said. Purushana sees the Pandavas apparently comfortable and unsuspicious in the house of Iyag, and he is glad, seeing him relax. Yet he still says to Bhima, Arjuna and the twins, we have deceived the ruthless fellow, and his guard is down. I believe the time has come to escape. We must torch this deadly palace of souls, with Purushana inside it, and flee through the tunnel. No one must know that we have gone, but we leave us dead too. On the day of an almsgiving, Kunti has a feast for Brahmanas and a poor feeding as well. In it, an extravagant feast to which a large number of women come and drink and eat to their heart's content and more, and finally leave with Kunti's permission. Among those that come, as if fetched by fate, are a Nishada woman and her five sons, Rahan. This woman and her yacht drink so much wine that they fell asleep or unconscious inside the house of Iliad. A sharp wind blows through the night, and while Porochano also sleeps from a sulphate of wine, with which Bhima plies him, Bhima sets fire to the room where Duryodhana's mines lie, and then sets his brand to the front door and the other parts of the deadly house, which blazes up fiercely, as it has been built to be. The Pandavas and their mother go down into the meanest tunnel. As the palace burns, the heat and the roar of the towering flames awaken the people of Paranavrata, who come running out of their homes. Their hearts breaking to see the inferno, they cry, Ah, Duryodhana's evil man built the palace with incendiary material under our very noses, and now he has murdered the sinless sons of Pandu as if they are enemies. A curse be upon the Haratirastra who allowed this. Purchana has already paid with his life for his sin. One day the king and his demonic son will also pay. And they weep helplessly. For by now the fire has all but consumed the great edifice. All night the people stand around the blazing mansion and lament. Meanwhile, Kunti and her sons emerge from the mouth of the tunnel, some way from the palace and melt away into the night, unobserved. But they are full of sleep and fear, and they cannot go as quickly as they want, since Kunti is with them. The others two are faint from exhaustion, all but one of them. Then Rahan, Bhima of Intolsten, and the fierceness of his angry father picks up all his brothers and his mother, and carrying them easily plunges along through the night. He sets Kunti upon his shoulders, the twin on his hips, and carries with his Tira and Arjuna in their arms. Brikodara, son of the wind, goes along like a strange gale, thrusting down trees that loom in his path with his brown chest. His footmarks fall deeply upon the earth. What a fucking beast! Amazing. Uh, my god. This is another short one. Oh no! I, what the, how much? the idea is, okay, no, we are going to do this then. I finally did an hour, so we are going to leave. I, this has been an adventure so far, but I am as sleepy as they get, so yeah, I might as well leave. So well, it was beautiful, yes, but we need to take a rest. So yeah, also today we don't have the possibility to rain anytime. So that too, this is amazing. This is clearly amazing. So yeah, basically it was another great occasion, it was another great moment to analyze and to see all of these beautiful things. But we need to sleep, or well, it isn't that I need to sleep. So yeah, time for me to go and do some eating, some sleeping, and yeah, good night, guys. We will see each other in the next occasion. Please take care. As always, thanks for everything. Thanks for looking. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the world. Thanks for every single thing. I will go and sleep. Goodbye.